Hey everyone, welcome. Have you ever stopped and wondered what school is really like for a student on the other side of the planet? Well, today we're taking a global field trip. We're going to go way beyond the typical classroom walls to see what student life is actually like, from one continent to another. Let's dive right in. So, let's start with this big question. What does a school day actually look like around the world? Take a second and picture your own school days. The alarm going off, heading to class, that lunch break you couldn't wait for. Now, just imagine how different, or maybe how surprisingly similar, that routine is for someone thousands of miles away. And believe me, the differences can be staggering. I mean, we're talking about a massive spectrum here. On one end, you might have a classroom literally under a tree, where learning is all about nature and the local community. Then, on the complete other side, you could have a high-tech smart classroom packed with digital tools connecting students to the entire globe. The amazing thing is, both are powerful, legitimate places of learning. So, to guide us on this little tour, here's our game plan. First, we'll look at the big picture with a world of schools. Then, we'll zoom right into the daily grind with a day in the life. We'll also check out what happens after the bell rings. And finally, we'll wrap it all up by looking at what we all share. Okay, first stop, a world of schools. Because, to really get what a student's life is like, you have to start with the system they're in. It's about so much more than just the buildings. Think of a country's education system as its own unique DNA. This DNA doesn't just determine what the school looks like. It decides pretty much everything. The subjects you learn, the length of the school year, even the way teachers and students talk to each other. Some systems, for example, might be all about intense memorization for a single big exam, while others are focused on teamwork and hands-on projects. So when we say school system, what are we actually talking about? Well, it's basically the whole structure a country uses to organize education. This covers the whole shebang: public schools paid for by the government, private schools that run on tuition, and even alternative paths like vocational schools or homeschooling. This framework is the bedrock for everything else we're going to talk about. All right, so we've got the 30,000-foot view. Now, let's grab our magnifying glass and zoom way, way in. We're going from the big system down to what a day actually looks and feels like for an individual student, from the moment they wake up to that final bell. Now, this timeline probably looks pretty familiar, right? Getting ready, morning classes, lunch, afternoon classes. But here's the thing. While this basic rhythm is pretty common, the actual experiences packed into these hours can be worlds apart. And that's exactly what we're about to explore. Just listen to this for a second. For so many kids around the world, the day doesn't kick off with hitting the snooze button. It starts with real responsibilities. Maybe helping with the family farm, or taking care of younger siblings. It's such a perfect example of how school isn't some separate bubble. It's woven right into the fabric of family and community life. Okay, let's jump ahead to the middle of the day, lunchtime. And lunch is so much more than just a chance to refuel. In some cultures, it's a very formal, structured event. In others, it's just joyful chaos. It's like a little window into the social soul of a school. And here's another student's take that really drives this home. Imagine that everybody's sitting together eating the same meal that the school cooked. It's not just about nutrition at that point. It's about building community, sharing stories. It's about friendship. The final bell rings, but wait, the day is definitely not over. Now we're going to explore what happens after school, a time that's usually filled with a mix of homework, hobbies, and, of course, those big dreams for what comes next.
Yeah, because for a ton of students, the learning absolutely does not stop when they walk out the school doors. In fact, for many, the afternoon is just round two, often packed with extra tutoring, sports practice, or a serious mountain of homework.
This chart really paints a picture of that balancing act, especially in super competitive academic cultures. I mean, look at that. Homework and studying can eat up a whopping 60% of a student's time after school. That leaves just a tiny sliver for hobbies or, just relaxing. It really highlights the incredible pressure millions of students are under. And this quote, wow, this makes that data feel so personal. 3 hours of studying after a full day of classes. You can just feel the weight of that expectation in those words. That drive to succeed is this powerful, massive force in so many students' lives. But hey, it is not all just about hitting the books. After-school life is also where students get to dive into the things they truly love. And this could be literally anything, from learning a traditional art form to joining a debate club, or even building awesome robots for a national competition. All right, for our last stop on this tour, we're going to zoom back out. We've seen a lot of differences, right? But now, let's talk about the powerful common threads that connect every single student, no matter what corner of the globe they're from. Because when you strip everything else away, you get to the heart of the experience. Think about it. The joy of passing a note to your friend in class. That stomach in knots feeling before a big test. That incredible aha moment when a tough idea finally clicks. And, of course, just hoping and dreaming about the future. Those feelings, they're universal. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter if you're learning under a tree or with a tablet. The journey of being a student is fundamentally the same. It's about growing up, it's about discovering the world around you, and it's about connecting with other people. That shared human experience is what truly unites every single classroom on the planet. And that brings me to one last thought I want to leave you with. Take a second and think about your own time in school. Beyond all the math and history, what is the single most important lesson you've ever learned at school? Not just in a class, but from the whole experience. Something to chew on. Thanks so much for joining me on this tour today.